Bienvenidos, Fright fans! Welcome to the horror show and our first time coverage of Mad Monster Scarolina. That's right, we made our way out of the deadly desert, but this is a face we had seen before. We have with us the awesome, frightastic pleasure of having Megan from Get That Crew. What up?
Hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm exceptional because I made my way out of the deadly desert to do this, which has been super badass. And I got to say, we have been admirers of your work collectively at the horror show for quite some time. This lady is spectacularly talented, lovely, obviously, as well, and just with, horns, makeup, prosthetics, all this different stuff. Your talents are obviously immense. How long have you been doing this spectacular stuff for?
Thank you so much. About 7 years. We started with the very first Mad Monster party in Charlotte.
No kidding. And it was at a different site, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've done a couple of different locations down here, actually. We've been at this one before. This is our third time here. But we started with the very first show, and we've done all the Carolina shows, a couple Arizona shows, a Chicago show, so we are definitely Mad Monsters for life.
Nice. For life, yo. Now, so you have obviously expanded your talents beyond just, like putting makeup on people at shows and stuff. You've worked on films and things like that. Tell the viewers about that.
That is correct. We do a lot of film work. We just worked on Hanukkah, which has Sid Haig in it. It has Kane Hodder as our stunt coordinator.
TJ Souls in there.
Yes,
Yeah, we
Caroline
got to see
Williams.
It. We were at the same screening.
Yes, you guys covered that,
We saw you
right?
in L.A., yeah. Nice. So what else had you worked on before that?
Everything else has mostly been some indie films and some things
Nice.
that aren't quite released. Michael Jackson stuff.
Nah.
Maybe not.
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
That HBO documentary that's coming is a different type of scary, I'm telling you.
It really is.
Oof.
No, but we have done mostly a lot of indie films, some shorts here and there, and then we do event work. We teach classes, do panels, demos. We go to a lot of schools and show kids how to do wounds and kind of teach them about the film and entertainment industry, and that's a lot of fun.
Well, the whole instruction aspect, that's really cool. You got to start them scary young, I'm telling y'all.
Yes.
So then you're obviously based here in the Charlotte area, right?
Correct.
Nice. Do you have like a base of operations of sorts?
We
or
do.
something?
We have a studio space in the NODA area, which is like our arts district down here.
Okay.
And then I also have a salon that I booth rent out of, which is called Hair Clout.
Well, your hair's badass also, so check it, y'all.
Thank you. And we make some really cool products at Hair Clout. Zombie snot is one of the disgusting things that come out of there.
Susie was talking with him just a little while ago, actually. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. He was speaking, very, very boldly about his colors and the lack of fade and all that different stuff. So.
Yes.
So where did your love of horror start? Was there something that kicked it into gear? A film, a book, something on television you saw?
So from birth, because I'm a Scorpio, so I'm obsessed with dead things in the darkness anyways.
Oh, boy.
And then honestly, my parents have always been kind of weird, so
Really?
it was kind of around me at a young age anyways.
I'm so jealous because it was the opposite. My parents were like, my dad was a Reformed Baptist Bible teacher, and my mom worked in the police department, and it's just like I was rebelling, embracing the scarific. But was there something you remember seeing that just stuck with you at a young age and scarred you and scared you?
Definitely. The only thing that really got me as a kid is Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. So I lived in Florida until I was about 7, and my parents took me to Universal Studios, and we watched that in 3D when I was 5 years old. And 3D was like the thing then, because that's all we had.
Yeah.
And to be 5 years old and watch such an amazing cinematic project, and then also see the birds flying at you, and that it was terrifying. And I hate birds. I'm terrified of birds
Still
to this day. Yes.
Oh my God.
Still one of my favorite films, but large flocks of birds kind of freak me out.
Stuff that we've seen outside the event the whole time.
Yes.
As far as more recent horror stuff, is there anything that you think has really elevated the medium, so to speak? I mean, because there's so many rehashed ideas at this point. Obviously, working on something like Hanukkah, that's something different and unique. With Evan and James and the team there. Is there something that you think really was legit and original and cool?
You're right. A lot of the things are recycled these days. Hanukkah is definitely a different movie of its breed. It's definitely going a different direction. Terrifier was also one that was really good. Just
shout out to Damien and David. Yeah, we were in their little green roomie. You were doing makeup on peeps in there.
That's also a really great one of my favorites. But as far as changing the industry, it's social media and then face-off. Between the two of those, I really love seeing all of the crazy and weird abstract ways that people are learning to do effects. And that's cool and also terrifying at the same time because there's no wrong way to do any of that stuff. There's always different techniques. there are dangerous ways to do things. There are slower ways to do things. There are faster ways to do things. There are more expensive ways and cheaper ways. No wrong ways, but definitely dangerous ones. And so I feel like, unfortunately, with some of the social media stuff and face-offs specifically, a lot of people are jumping into that. So I really enjoy the convention aspect of things because I can kind of counteract it and show people the ways to do stuff safely and to get into the horror entertainment industry in a safe and productive way.
You just keep rolling back to the instruction and
Yes.
just putting your knowledge out there and your expertise and everything.
Yes.
You know, I would consider you an industry professional. Is there somebody with a longer tenure within the industry that you drew inspiration from, or that you thought was just, doing it proper and, that you kind of looked up to, so to speak?
Inspirationally, Tom Sweeney, obviously, because he's a legend. John Carl Buechler, because he's also a legend. And then I'm all about contrast. So those guys they're fantastic. They're very they were groundbreaking. They found the techniques and the things that worked. And then I'm also a big fan of a good friend of mine, Connor McCullough, because he used that knowledge and then really perfected it. He's a very precise, mathematical, clean.
Have you worked with Connor before?
I have, actually,
okay.
yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go. That is a little bit about Megan and all of her awesomeness. And so if you happen to be watching this video and you're somebody within the industry, you need to contact this woman for assistance on a project, so hit them with the details about how they can do that.
Yeah, and we're always looking for interns, too. So we've got our whole gaggle of ladies out here helping us out. So if you ever are interested in getting into the business, definitely reach out to me and we'll see what we can do.
Awesome. How do they do that? What's the destination?
You can just go to creativeplague.com, and my email and all my contact information is on there. So we do stuff all across the country because I do travel quite a bit, but currently mostly looking for people in the Charlotte area. So.
Awesome. Well, last question then. We always try to bring it back to something iconic as far as a film or whatever. Who's your favorite slasher? Since you worked on a slasher movie, being Hanukkah and everything, who's your go-to?
Jason Voorhees, of course.
Really?
Yes.
The silent but deadly.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, I like more personality, like a Freddy or something. But hey, to each their own. Megan, you have been awesome. You continue to maintain that status, and I'll maintain being Fuego, at least as best I can. So until we hit you with more scarific coverage from Mad Monster here in Charlotte, North Carolina, remember, peeps, stay scared.
Bye.